That was a thump.
I love throwing little jigs around, y'all.
There it is. Oh, came back and got it.
He hit Jeff's little pond crawl on that 1/8 ounce Kitech gar jig.
Another fish, guys. That one's better too.
Eating that little jig.
Boys, that's a fish. Might be a pretty dang good fish too. Or he's on brush. I think he's on brush. I have to go get him off. Yeah, he's a fish on brush. Come out from around there, please. He's on the brush right there. I might be able to pull the stick up and just get him. He's got the crankbait in his mouth. Can't lift too hard. There's a fish. Might just have to break my line. That 7-pound sunline is insanely strong, guys. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut my line and then retie. Obviously, he's gonna have to anyway. All right, got the fish. First bass of the morning. Oh, I cut the line that it was snagged on. It was snagged on fishing line on that tree, and that's what made it come off. This is like 15, 17-pound test. Obviously, mine's not. That never broke off, guys. That is so insane how strong this line is. Not even frayed. Not even frayed at all. First fish there, almost a 16.
Caught him on the Nishin baby Chippewa. It's got a little gold blade. It's a silent, almost like a flat-sided crankbait. It's 35 degrees this morning, guys. It actually gets kind of cold in Texas sometimes. I know some of y'all are frozen, so it's not really a comparison, but happy to be out here getting a line wet, and hopefully we can catch a bunch of fish this morning. This lake is also, there he goes, pretty clear. I am gonna retie just right there down by the base, but that's it. All the way up and down where it was on the limbs, no frays. 7-pound sunline, guys, for that little bit bigger crankbait this morning on a Dobbins 7.4 Sierra and a Sioux Genius.
Freaking tilapia net. Be damned if I'm gonna lose an expensive crankbait to this. Freaking stupid thing. There's one, boys. Oh man. Come on out, come on out, come on out, come out. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Son of a gun.
I lost that fish, man. Got me deep down in brush. He took my Chippewa. I just didn't have a really good path for him to get out of there. You got to be careful about having an exit path for the fish when you're throwing the light tackle techniques, because you will not be able to pull them through heavy cover, and sometimes they will just find their way out of it, and that fish found his way deep in it and broke me off. He didn't break me off, he honestly just snagged me in the tree, and I couldn't get it back because it was way down in there. He had dove down probably 6 to 8 feet and I couldn't get it out. So we're gonna tie on another crank and we're gonna see if we can keep getting bites, guys.
There's one. Damn, right into the tree again. Come out, come out, come out. That one came out. Catfish, what? Wow, well.
Just caught a channel cat on spy jig.
Really wish I could have got that bigger one on the crankbait out of that tree, but just wasn't gonna happen. I kept throwing the crankbaits and couldn't get anything to take, so I'm throwing around the 1/16 ounce spy jig. It's got a little prop on it, 2-inch Eurotackle B-Vibe swim bait. Little channel cat decided to join the party. They're all diving for the trees, they always do, but I've had 3 that have actually got me into it so far. I got 2 of them out. There's one. Tiny. I'll take him though. He's been trying to been eaten by something. Look at the gash he's got. Crazy. Little bass there. There's one. Not very big again, but it's another fish in the boat. And there he went, but I decided to come back to that bank that I got broke off on. Throwing the mid roller now. Maybe I can get lucky enough to get another big one to bite on this bank, but so far it's been pretty slow. Another tiny one on the jig, guys. Little bitty guy. Caught him on a Kitech guard jig there with Jeff's new pond crawl. Looks pretty good. Let's try to catch a keeper size one now. Oh, you. Hey, what are you gonna do? Oh, it's a bite. There it is. Oh, came back and got it. That was cool. I think that fish had hit when I had it on the bottom. That's at least another keeper size one, guys. He followed it back up. Got him on the guard jig and the crawl. Solid bass. There we go. There's another good one. About 14.5 incher. There, boys. I got a second chance on this guy. He hit Jeff's little pond crawl on that 1/8 ounce Kitech guard jig. Got it on my Arc Gravity and a Dobbin 7.4 Sierra on 6-pound fluoro. There's a fish. Oh man. 12-inch guy just went crazy. Went airborne. Guys, with the conditions that we've been dealt, we may just have to drag the little jig around. And I'm all right with that. I haven't really got on a jig bite in a long time, so hopefully we can get a few more fish over that 15-inch mark today. He's definitely not. Those little Kitech jigs are so sensitive. They've got like a polymer tungsten kind of blend going on, I think. And y'all see me catch a lot of fish on spin jigs, but there's so much heavy timber here that I wanted to go ahead and protect the hook a little bit more, so it's a guard jig. It's still pretty much the same skirt size as a mono spin jig, but they put the 5 filament guard on there instead of just the single filament, and then they make them a little heavier. This one's an 1/8 of an ounce. And then, like I said, I've got Jeff's little 2.5-inch pond craw as a trailer on there with 6-pound sunline, guys. There's one, little one. Kind of, he's decent. Maybe. Oh shoot! Yep, gone. That's okay. That was a thump. Oh, get off of the stick. He's off, he's off. Oh, that's a nice fish, man. Nice fish on the jig. Heck yeah. Get in here. There we go. There's like another 15-inch keeper. Now we're getting a little something going. I'm telling you, man, that sunline, that one fish, man, it would have probably broke most people off even on conventional gear. He just came out and was deep and ran right into a tree and just tangled it all up. But if you rub up against stuff, you're still okay normally, especially with a soft rod like this. I love throwing little jigs around, y'all. See you, bud. Another fish, guys. That one's better too. Oh yeah, dude, solid fish. Another 15-incher. Look how that thing's shaped. Looks like a shovel. That one's a 14-incher, guys, but just shaped like a spade. like a rectangle all the way through the body. Pretty wild. Finally found a spot that's been fairly productive here, guys. 3 fish off of it. Eating that little jig. That's gonna be a square-jawed, big and mean fish someday. There's one. There we go. Might be the biggest fish of the day on the spy jig, guys. Was the biggest fish. Well, guys, it's definitely tough out here. I was still able to put some fish in the boat with the little jigs. Yeah, those 2 very small jig presentations, the guard jig and the little spy jig, those are what I pretty much was able to catch fish on today. I had 1 shot at a big fish on the crankbait early this morning when the bite was semi-decent, and he got the best of me. And that's just bass fishing, guys. Sometimes the fish get you in situations to where you're just not going to be able to land them. But I do feel like that was probably like an 18 to 20-inch fish. It was pulling real hard. Apart from all of that, we still were able to catch, you know, maybe 7 or 8 bass and a bunch of really small ones. So nothing to hang our heads about too much. But it's getting into the you know, almost early winter here now. So I mean, you got to be grateful for any bites that you get, and you know, catching fish in winter is not easy, but I'm still going to be out here grinding, doing the best I can to catch some big ones on the BFS stuff for you guys. But if y'all went in on the December small baits and big fish BFS big bass contest,
all you got to do is buy one of my rulers from me. I leave a link to that in the pinned comment below. If you message me, send me your shipping info, and we'll get the payment details figured out. They're 35 bucks, but they get you entry into all future contests. But I had a pretty good time out here, guys, despite the big grind. And if y'all enjoyed this one too, please leave a like for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Talk with me in the comments below. Check out links to gear that I leave in the description, and check out another link to more bait finesse bass action in the pinned comment below. Please share this with a finesse loving friend, guys. Help me get as close to that 3,000 subscriber mark as I can by the end of 2024. But y'all take her easy, and we'll catch you on the next one.
There's a fish. Oh man. 12-inch guy just went crazy.